in office, what are your thoughts about the heroin epidemic here?
I mean, it matters more than ever because now I have very direct responsibility for helping find solutions for addressing it. It's a real problem. I've mentioned it many times, and I'll mention it here to everybody who's watching this documentary. If you care about this problem, you want to truly understand it in ways you may not, even if you think you do, read a book called Dreamland. Dreamland is written by a guy named Sam Quinones. It personalizes it. It breaks it down into chapters. You see people north of the border, south of the border. You see people in communities that we live in, that you watching this live in. It will help you understand this problem in ways that you may not. It's a powerful book. You notice in our budget, we not only funded the heroin bill from last session, but we've actually added additional money. In the previous budget, there was money for $10 million a year. We actually upped that to $5.7 million and then $6.3 million on top of the 10. So that over $30 million over the next 2 years that will be applied to helping find real solutions. And those real solutions will involve things that already exist, but they'll also involve wider use of new technologies, for lack of a term, drugs like Vivitrol and others that are just now starting to take root, but where there's great upside possibility to help people break the cycle of addiction. So it is very, very high on my radar screen. It's something we're spending a lot of money on. It's something that I intend to keep a lot of focus on because we can't afford to do otherwise.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that heroin bill from last spring?
Again, there is no perfect bill that could be passed. One of the biggest problems with it, and you see it especially in Jefferson County, is a lot of problems with needle exchange. You know, is it meant to be a needle exchange or is it meant to be a needle, dispensing source? And frankly, as I would see it, we should actually ensure that we're trying to solve the problem, not just assist the problem. And so there is no perfect piece of legislation, but I think it's a healthy start. I think it was a good bipartisan bill. It was one that people worked on from both sides of the aisle for a very long time. In general, I think more good than not will come of that bill as we apply it and as we fine-tune it as we move forward. And that's what I think we'll be doing.
You're going to the children.
Go ahead.
On the heroin issue, you're going to the children's home today. They're asking for $5.6 million. What is the likelihood of them getting that for a children's treatment thing?
Again, part of this is a function of several things. The budget that we've called for comes at the expense of a variety of cabinets, including Health and Family Services that would oversee those dollars. But the exact specific ways in which those dollars are come up with are determined by the cabinet secretaries. So the odds are as good or as bad as they are for anyone. And yet, just in line with what we're saying, there are certain things that will be of higher priority. I won't speak to that specific line item. That's more of a cabinet level decision. But I support the idea of us investing dollars, and I see it as an investment where there's a good return on investment. But the return is, how do we save young people, from a future that would be detrimental to them if we did not intervene? Dollars spent there have a profound impact. So as to that exact line item, we'll see where it falls out in the final budget. But I'm looking forward. I'm not going there because I don't care about it.